Touch Sam, God. Well, first of all, it's about 12:40 perhaps. And I always wake up, and when I wake up, I know that I need to pray. A lot of times, the enemy he really tries to knock us off our block. Yula basala basaka derebe shiriyala bohosa, God, I hear, so we have to pray because we're always under some kind of attack. And if we don't, be watching, and if we don't be praying, the enemy, hila basala basina, God, I hear the enemy be trying to gain ground. Sometimes I think about the enemy just like a roach. If you don't soon have an entire population. So that's the way it is. He attacks us on every hand. And a lot of us are going through. I still talk about, our spiritual identity or our spiritual DNA. A lot of times we are going through because certain spirits, linger in certain families. Like, I know myself when I was young, I was always bullied. Sola bakasakarabohosha, God, I shall heal my heart. So by me being bullied as a child and not really having, anybody to affirm me, because when you were born, out of wedlock, well, see, the dad is supposed to affirm the child. The mother's order because sakarabohosha, shalamanakabo, see my yield to come and anoint me, oh God, to fill buildings, God, to make obo see my yield to God, reach Sam, come and anoint my home. I surrender, God. He clean my surroundings. Show me, oh God. Make obo see filth. Touch me, Lord. Lift my home, God. Move filth, Jesus. God, teach me. She is Sam, God. Make obo see my yield. Come and anoint my home. I surrender, God. He lied Moses. God touch Moses. Obey Sarah. Save Sarah, God. Make Hobo see me, oh God. He feel my body. Make Hobo see behave Sam. Save his job, God. God, her surroundings. Hold her now, God. Lord Sarah. Sedebekiti obo. Shamana kobo shagad. He feel her body. Behave, Sarah. Sedebe, keep her mind, Jesus. God, touch her now, God. Lift her home, God. He clean my body, God. Oh, Sarah. Sedebe, kiti alaboho shagad. Come and anoint my surroundings. Shalom my home, God. God, James. She is sons, God. Say, see me, oh God. He clean my home. Hold me, Jesus. Show Moses, God. God, feel me. Feel my body, God. God, reach my home. God, cry Moses. Holy surrounded. Come and anoint me, oh God. Lift me. Lift my home. Yes, as I'm praying, the Lord is dropping in my mind First Peter, the 3rd chapter, and Judges, the 26th chapter. Because a lot of times, like I say, we are under so much attack. Everybody don't have their war clothes on. He showed me, a lot of time when you're under attack, you reach for a substitute, instead of, praying to God. And like when you pray to God, the spirit will come in, and when the spirit comes in, it's just like when the president delivered the State of the Union address, your spirit is going to come in and evaluate what's going on in your house. It's going to, oh, la basala basaka, de be shuri ala boho shaka, he she is Sarah, said a bekiti ala boho shaka, God, show Sam, said ne be city ala bero bo kobo shaka, come and anoint me, oh God. Feel me, Father. Follow my mind. Make obo see behave, Shunda. God, touch Shunda. Shallow my surroundings, God. Make obo see my yield. Come and anoint her now. hold her heart, God. God, rebuild her body. Make her both see filter, touch Moses, God. Make her both see my yield. Come and anoint me, oh God. Fill me, Jesus. Oh, my Nakobosha, God. He showed me, God, touch my surroundings. Shalom, my surroundings, God. Clean buildings, clean homes, Jesus. Shield Moses, God. Make almost see my yield. God, reach him now, God. Feel him now, God. Hold him, Jesus. Shield Sam. Babe me, God. God, reach him now, God. Hold me, oh God. Bless him now, God. Come and anoint my home. Lift my home, Jesus. She is sons. Obey Sarah. Oh, my Nakobosha, God. God, reach Sam. My yield. Come and anoint my home. Feel me, Jesus. She is Sam. God, touch him. Touch him, man. Oh, my Nakobosha, God. Clean his surroundings, God. Said that it be see touch. Shada Baba surrender, God. Come and anoint me, oh God. Feel me, Jesus. Feel my body, God. God rule Shanda. Shelamanakobo. Touch Moses, God. Belamanakobosha, God. God reach his shoulders. Shededebe see the able, God. Turn Moses. God lift him now. Come and anoint my home, God. Clean his sorrow. Sons, God. Set it, baby, see the yellow. Kobosha, Shamana Kobosha, God, come and anoint my soul. Shanelemeni Kebe Siriala Belobosha, I shall heal his mind. Oh, Manakobosha, God, God, reach him now, God, lift his sorrow, feel him now. Okay, so we're going to read Psalm 26, and it says, vindicate me, O Lord, for I have walked in my integrity, and I have trusted in the Lord without wavering. Prove me, O Lord, and try me. Test my heart and my mind, for your steadfast love is before my eyes, and I walk in your faithfulness. I do not sit with men of falsehood, nor do I consort with hypocrites. I hate the assembly of evildoers, and I will not sit with the wicked. I wash my hands in innocence and go around your altar, O Lord, proclaiming thanksgiving aloud and telling all your wondrous deeds. O Lord, I love the habitation of your house and the place where your glory dwells. Do not sweep my soul away with sinners, nor my life with bloodthirsty men, in whose hands are evil devices, and whose right hands are full of bribes. But as for me, I shall walk in my integrity. Redeem me and be gracious to me. My foot stands on level ground. In the great assembly, I will bless the Lord. For so many years, I've been praying, and usually my prayer, has been for my family, because I want them to realize that they need the Lord. I'm not just trying to just pinpoint them, because we all need the Lord. I know I need the Lord. The Lord tells us, when He blesses us to get in our goodly houses, to remember Him. A lot of times our houses are under attack. The physical house, maybe all that they be city of the busha, shed that they be city of the busha. God, hollow my home. God, rebuild my heart. God, clean my body. God, feel my body, Jesus. Touch Moses, God. God, reach his shoulders. Shallow my surroundings, God. Come and anoint my home, God. He listen. He clean my body. Oh, Sam, save his job, God. God, reach him. Hold his job, God. God, touch him. Touch Sam, God. Okay, this is First Peter, the 3rd chapter. It says, likewise, wives, Be subject to your own husbands, so that even if some do not obey the word, they may be won without a word by the conduct of their wives, when they see your respectful and pure conduct. Do not let your adorning be external, the braiding of hair, and the putting on of gold jewelry, or the clothing you wear, but let your adorning be the hidden person of the heart, with the imperishable beauty of a gentle and quiet spirit. Ula basala basaka de besidi ala bohosaga. Shedere besidi ala bohosaga. God, lift her now. Pekobo see my yield. Come and anoint me, oh God. Fill me, Jesus. Shallow my surroundings, God. Say kolele besidi ala bero bokobosha. He showed me. Shallow my notes. Said that besidi ala bero bosha, God. Honey, I see my yield. God, rebuild my body. Bekobo see filter. Touch me, Lord. Lift my surroundings. Oh, my nakobo God. He showed me, a lot of times, people don't understand, they misunderstand you. They don't know that your son of the bohoshaga. Shanelebe city of the bohoshaga. Shela manakobo shaga. Honey, I see fire. Fire bekobo city of the bokobo sha. Shedebe city of the boshaga. But sometimes God have to put you in a secret place, because people be saying, well, she thinks she more than anybody else, or she thinks she holier than thou. It's not that. It's just when your attacks be so great and so satarabo city elabero kobosha. He showed me shedebe city elabero kobosha, God. Honey, I see my yield. Come and anoint me, oh God. Oh, now Jesus. Shamane kobo see me, oh God. He feel my body. Pela manakobosha, God. Come and anoint my body, God. He real Sam. Said baby city alabohosa. Shanala manakobosa, God. Come and anoint me, oh God. Move, fill Jesus. Rebuild her now. Lord Sarah. Send out my niece city obosa. Because sometimes it's just like you going like to a traditional church or whatever, and if the minister is not crying out and not calling out spirits or whatever, or if he's not anointed to minister, because sometimes people in the pulpit that God hadn't even sent, because they don't even have a heart for the people. City out of my heart I hear, and some people, are imitating other people. I can see why prophets say they don't go to other people's channels, because God have to talk to them personally. Your assignment may not be, for that region perhaps, or your assignment may not be. He showed me Shamanakobo City Alabero Kobo Sha. He shield my heart. Shela Manokobo City Alabohosha, God. He clean my home. Bekobo City filter, touch sound of the bokosa, Sedebeki City Obosha, he shield Sam, send elemento mokobosha, God, come and anoint me, oh God, fill me, Jesus, fill my home, God, Pekobo see my yield, rebuild my body, God, God touch my body, oh my nakobo sorry, God, come and anoint me, oh God, lift my surroundings, God. God, Sarah, said that city Alabama Bokobosha, Shababa city able, God. Turn Sam, send my name Kabosha, God. I'm just having a vision of myself, just holding a lamb. Jelaba city Alabama Bokobosha, he showed me, Shelamana Kobosha, God. And I'm reminded, when Jesus, was in Nazareth and they said, behold, an Israelite in which there is no guile. A lot of times God can't deal with people because they're too carnal. And what I mean by tula bakasakarabohoshaga, he showed me, they're fitting in too well, with the world. Anybody God is truly going to use, he have to draw them first, and he have to put them in a secret place where he can just minister to them. And to It's just like Joseph. When God was dealing with Joseph, his brothers didn't like it. His daddy didn't understand it. When he was having those dreams that their sheaves were going to bow down to his sheaves. They were saying, who do you think you are? That's the whole deal. People question you, when God have a calling on you, and you can't do certain things. But I never seen anybody anointed that walked with the crowd. When you're anointed, you got to pull aside because God have to refill you. He showed me, you have to pause for station identification. You have to pause to see if you can feel his presence. You have to pause. I shall heal a home. He showed me God. Hello, my surroundings, God, because Father, he reached my home. Shallow my surroundings, God, babe, my surroundings. Come and anoint me, oh God. Fill me, Jesus. Save Sarah, God. See my yield. God, clean my surroundings. Say they because tell God. Low Satan. He reached my heart. A prophet is not without honor, saving his own country. So, it's just like even Jesus when he lived, he was surrounded by controversy, because he asked his disciples, whom do men say that I am? So some said that, he was John the Baptist, risen from the dead, but Peter said, thou art the Christ. And the reason Peter was able to identify him because Peter was seeking him. You can't expect to find God if you're not seeking God. You want an encounter with God, you have to be hungry. You have to be hungry for his spirit. You can't just be satisfied with carnality. He showed me. It's just like even if you're going to a church and you're hearing the word, well, your thirst, your hunger is what will cause you to get up out of your bed, at 12:30. And he showed me and still be seeking, the voice of the Lord. So I'm not saying that I have apprehended, because I'm going through myself. But one thing I was thinking about, and I found a page where this lady was renouncing the generational curses, because what happens is spirits that are in your bloodline try to attack your children. So therefore, you can't just be content with just going and listening to 2 scriptures on Sunday morning. You can't just be content with being entertained by a play on a Wednesday night. God wants you to earnestly seek him. And so the devil don't have a victory. What he does, he attack you. And when he attack you, then it's up to you how you respond. When the devil attack you on your job, are you going to reach for Jesus? Are you going to reach for somebody, to comfort you, on the job? Because your attacks are designed, the enemy be trying to take you out, but your attacks are designed to make you get in God's presence, because the enemy would not be attacking you if you weren't a threat to him. He shield my surroundings. He shield sons. God, hallow my home. Hola manike besidi alabero God, I hear. So it says, but let your adorning be the hidden person of the heart, with the imperishable beauty of a gentle and quiet spirit, which in God's sight is very precious. For this is how the holy women who hoped in God used to adorn themselves, by submitting to their own husbands, as Sarah obeyed Abraham, calling him Lord. And you are her children if you do good and do not fear anything that is frightening. Likewise, husbands, live with your wives in an understanding way, showing honor to the woman as the weaker vessel, since they are heirs with you of the grace of life, so that your prayers may not be hindered. I was listening to this lady talk about how she had been molested as a child. So therefore, of course, her sexuality was being threatened. It was being questioned. And her husband had to deal with her as the weaker vessel. A lot of times men put more on the wife than the wife is able to bear, you know. And then, it shouldn't be that a wife would have to go to a church to hear what God is saying. You're supposed to have an altar in your own home, and your husband is supposed to be the head of the son. He showed me he's supposed to be the head of the house, and he's supposed to be able to teach his wife. He showed me he's supposed to be able to teach his children and to instruct his children in the things of God. But many men, that's why they don't go to church, or if they go to church, they just get just a little taste. They're just like, if you are, like I said, just hearing those two scriptures that they talk about, because they don't usually put but two scriptures on the bulletin. And then, you don't even meditate on it. You don't even pick your Bible up at home. You just go about your business as if God is not important. But if God is important, you love God I hear, then you're gonna seek him. You're not just gonna say you'll never be an A student if you don't ever do any work at home. I'm not saying that, you gotta have homework, you gotta have, you gotta be familiar with the subject matter. Years ago, people had textbooks, and so they were given assignments. The teacher lectured, but now they want you to be in little groups, and you just have like this one component, and you just teach from that. He showed me the children can't learn unless they have a foundation. Somebody has to give them a foundation. You can't just have building blocks and don't know grammar. You can't write if you don't know grammar. You can't, write if you don't know content. The teacher has to be the facilitator, true enough, but you have to have a foundation. It's too many, people trying to teach themselves, and that's in the natural and in the spirit, because the preachers are not doing their job. They're supposed to be on their knees praying. They're not supposed to be saying, well, okay, my family good, so let me just go on and go to bed. If you got a congregation and you're taking time and offering from low people, you're supposed to be on your knees praying for them. You're supposed about City Alabama, God, he showed me. So, but anyway, it says, finally, all of you have unity of mind, sympathy, brotherly love, a tender heart, and a humble mind. Do not repay evil for evil, or reviling for reviling, but on the contrary, bless, for in this you were called, that you may obtain a blessing. For whoever desires to love life and see good days, let him keep his tongue from evil and his lips from speaking deceit. Let him turn away from evil and do good. Let him seek peace and pursue it. For the eyes of the Lord are on the righteous, and his ears are open to their prayer. But the face of the Lord is against those who do evil. Now who is there to harm you if you are zealous for what is good? But even if you should suffer for righteousness' sake, you will be blessed. Have no fear of them, nor be troubled, but in your hearts honor Christ the Lord as holy, always being prepared to make a defense to anyone who asks you for a reason for the hope that is in you. Yet do it with gentleness and respect, having a good conscience, so that when you are slandered, those who revile your good behavior in Christ may be put to shame. For it is better to suffer for doing good, if that should be God's will, than for doing evil. For Christ also suffered once for sins, the righteous for the unrighteous, that he might bring us to God, being put to death in the flesh, but made alive in the spirit, in which he went and proclaimed to the spirits in prison, because they formerly did not obey, when God's patience waited in the days of Noah, while the ark was being prepared, in which a few, that is, 8 persons, were brought safely through water. Baptism, which corresponds to this, now saves you, not as removal of dirt from the body, but as an appeal to God for a good conscience through the resurrection of Jesus Christ, who has gone into heaven and is at the right hand of God, with angels, authorities, and powers having been subjected to him. Just thank the Lord for the reading of the word, and thank the Lord for getting me up and talking to me this morning. Amen.